Find the intersection or union of two line segments, a ray and a line segment, or two rays. Okay, so first let's kind of talk about what we're talking about here. Now, just to refresh, we're going to start every one of these problems with a line. So remember that a line has arrows that go in both directions, meaning this goes on forever in both directions. A line segment does not go on forever in both ways. It's stopped. It's finite. Okay? And then a ray goes just one direction, and it's important. So if I would say ray AB, that means it starts at A and goes through B, but the arrow goes that direction. Whereas if I would say ray BA, then it starts at, oh, I put that way over there, then it starts at B and goes through A. Okay, so just kind of, it matters which order when we're talking about the rays. Okay, so let's look at this. Intersection and union. So first let's talk about the symbols. So intersection kind of looks like an arch, whereas a union looks like a U, which I appreciate. Since union starts with a U, I like that it looks like a U. Intersection means and. So every time I see this sign, I think of and. So one other way I think about it is that and kind of starts with an arch, right? I'm just talking about the cheating ways that I think about this. So union is a U, and that means or. Okay, so if you think about these words, that is helpful. So let's look at this. We are going to use the line given, as you see, to determine ray BC intersection line segment DB. Okay, and we know that intersection means and. So ray BC and line segment DB. Okay, I'm going to do this with some notation here. So first, let's look at ray BC. That means we start at B and we go towards C, which is here, and we go forever. So that line that I drew above, or I guess it's a ray, that ray that I drew above represents ray BC. Now, I want then line segment DB. Okay, so here's D and here's B, and the line segment just goes from those two. So because our conjecture here, we're talking about an and, right? So that means we need what falls in both of these things. So if you notice, from here to here falls in both pieces. So the intersection of both of these is, in fact, just line segment BD, or line segment DB, same segment either way. Okay, let's do another one. Use the line given to determine line segment CA intersection line segment BE. Okay, so let's do the same thing. We know that intersection means and, just keeping that in mind. So I'm looking at CA. Here's C, here's A, there's my segment. Now let's look at segment BE. So here's B, that's where E is, so that's this segment. And we're looking at and. So it's got to be both of them. So from here to turn my pen off, here to here, like there's my and. That means segment BC is the and, right? That's the intersection of these two. Now let's find the union of segment BD and AC. Okay, so union means or. Okay, so segment BD, B to D. Segment A to C. Now we're talking about or. It doesn't have to be, and it can be either one. So we start leftmost and go to rightmost. Again, I turned off my pen. Goodness gracious. So AD, segment AD, that covers all of them, right? Because it's or. We want this or this. So it's all of that. So A, segment AD. Let's do another one. Use the line given to determine ray BD or, right, union means or, ray EC. Okay, well, what does BD look like? Well, here's B, And we're going to go this way forever, towards D. The other one, we start at E, that's here, and we go towards C, which is here, forever. What do you notice? It's everything. Because we're talking about or, we went everything going left and everything going right. So Ray BD union Ray EC is really just the entire line of AE. And I believe that's it. Sure is.